Good evening and welcome to Oxford's Ashes, a modern-day Vampire the Masquerade chronicle set in the British city of Oxford. I was told that I can go now. I hope that means I can do the introduction and I don't need to go to the loo right this second. Either way, I did it. Awakening tonight is Barry of Clan Nagaraja, played by Noscavian. Please rouse to awaken for tonight. Thank you very much. You gain a hunger. Also, thank you very much, Quest Junkies UK, for the raid. So many TPKs.
Oh dear.
What are you doing?
Committing murder.
Well, near TPKs.
Oh yeah, it was near. Oh yeah, okay, that's all right. Ebony of Clan Ventru, played by Softinomicon. Please rouse to awaken for the night.
I have a lot of things. There we go.
Wonderful. Hatfield of Clan Brujar, played by Daybreakathon. Please do a rouse check to awaken tonight. Lovely. Acheron of Clan Zmitzi, played by Larissa Rave. Please rouse to end your day rest. Lovely. Last, but never least, is of course... Oh no, it's not even last. Jesus, we've still got 2 to go. Slip of Clan Nosferatu, played by Vamp Daddy, but to us, he will always be the Slippery Nos. Please rouse to end your torpor and awaken for the night. After that, oh, that's sad. Barry of Clan Nagaraja, played by Noscavian. You've already done you. So it was like
You're doing great.
I'm all a tizzy. Oh, oh, it's going to be one of those nights, and I'm so sorry, everyone.
Who's worried?
Everything's fine.
It's a party of disaster quiz, Shiv. It's a party of disaster quiz over here, Pixie.
Hey. Yeah, bet.
Okay. All right. The fun is over. Now we're playing Vampire the Masquerade, all right?
Stop giggling. It's serious now.
No, pretend to be a fucking vampire like a grown-up.
Let's go.
Help. Help.
Coterie have split up. Slip, being cautious, has decided to stay in the oubliette. Hatfield has kept him company. The day was creeping in far too fast to allow the pair much time to talk, although now they have awakened for the new night. I am not even going to talk about how I just pronounced that word. All right, I'm going to start again with English. All right. Fucking hell. I'm so sorry, Raiders. I wish I could say it's not normally this bad, but it's been this bad lately. I can read, I swear to God.
I'm sorry, my incoherentness is contagious. I have infected you, and
Oh my
I
God.
sincerely apologize.
I'm trying not to fucking laugh so hard.
Oh, and Vancouver by Night's here as well. Oh, great. This is, of course, I would fuck
Oh,
up
yeah.
like this in front of Vancouver.
Yeah, here we go.
Of course I would.
Come on, Ship. We gotta go. Let's go. Come on, buddy.
The coterie have split up. Slip, being cautious, has decided to stay in the oubliette, Hatfield keeping him company. The day was creeping in far too fast to allow the pair much time to talk, although now they have awakened for the new night ahead and have a rare moment of privacy between the two of them. What would you like to talk about?
Remember what I said about being incoherent?
Yeah, it's not just me.
It's not just you. Buffering. I'm so sorry.
Slip animates very slowly. He's moving like one of the California raisins, but like way less cool. He climbs to his feet. He glances around at the barren stone tunnel they're in. I don't think he's got much. Doesn't got much to say to Hatfield right now. He's very hungry. Are there rats in the oubliette? I don't know why there would
Oh,
be.
let's find out. Wits and awareness. That's a really good question. Thank God. We need to increase the cash on day.
Yeah. So a question was asked to me directly, and that just shakes my brain like an Etch-a-Sketch completely cleared. I have my notes. It does not matter.
Slip, you have much experience with this oubliette. This isn't even the first time you've spent the day in here, most likely. It's strangely familiar. You are a Nosferatu. This is Nosferatu architecture. You wander around, checking the shadows, the nooks and crannies, and then casually, silently, like the predator you are, you reach down in a small nook into a shadow that this creature thought he was safe in. You grasp this fat, plump, juicy rat, break its neck and spine in two, and drain the vitae straight down your gullet. You may slake to hunger.
Okay. Would you like the hunger frenzy check for tasting fresh blood at hunger 5?
No.
All right. All right.
No, because I know what's going to happen if you fail that roll, and I'm not dealing with that. Sorry. Strictly speaking, rules as written, yes, that is exactly what we should do. I'm not dealing with that. But thank you.
Yeah. Then he's just full fucking Gollum perched, but it's not a fish. Back to Hatfield, just.
Yeah, I figure from Hatfield, you wake up, you see that Slip is currently going through that. We know how it is. We've been there. We've seen that. There's a time and a place to start like talking, and it's after he's had his breakfast. So it's not until Slip has had the time to finish squeezing this rat like a sponge, just absolutely wringing it dry. And he's had time to like wipe his face.
Licking it off his fingers. Hunger 3 still. That did not help. And then the dish, then the rat, who is quite like a sponge, like left 3 days dry at the edge of the sink. He just kind of stuffs it through his belly button for the swarm to devour.
I'm never gonna get used to that. Does it? Do you feel it as you're like? What? I don't even know what I'm trying to ask. You're impaling yourself with a rat.
I mean, there's sensation.
My curiosity is running rampant, but honestly, I don't want to ask the questions running through my head right now. I do not want to know.
I mean, I'm full of bees. They're constantly moving around doing shit, so.
Yeah, does that like tickle?
No.
Okay. Ugh. Gosh.
I can feel them moving around inside of me, but it doesn't tickle.
Okay. Just, wondering. Things have been really something lately, ain't they?
Sure.
It's surprise, surprise, it's weighing on my mind. What do you think? What do you think our odds are here, Slip? I mean, like us, the coterie, like kindred.
Well, I was pretty vocal about it back in the Primogen's Den. 0, less than that.
Yeah. Like, think this is shaping up to be the end?
Yes. I wasn't fucking around when I told you guys that. You chose to ignore me, but I was serious.
I'm not ignoring you. I guess that's the thing, right? I haven't had hope in a long time, like not since I was turned. But I've been fighting, and I'm gonna keep fighting because maybe I'm wrong, right? There's always a chance. It's never over till it's over, and I don't need to feel hope in order to act on it.
Right, and if anyone disagrees with you, I assume you'll become physically violent.
I can be reasonable.
No, I think we're wasting our time. But you all asked me to stay. So I'm here. You have me until I'm expended. Which at this rate will be very quickly.
What's the alternative?
Exactly what I said.
I mean,
It's over. We lost. We lost everything. I have lost everything. I have nothing now. Not even the peace of a long sleep. I have nothing. I'm regretful that I woke up just now. So the alternative is, yeah, sure.
lie down and die?
Yes, for about 50 or 60 years.
50, 60 forever.
Maybe. I'm a lot older than you, Hatfield. You've been going through it. I've been going through everything you've been going through for far longer.
Yeah, I'm beginning to understand why old kindred end up the way they do.
Yeah.
Seems passion either burns you up or burns you out. Starting to get how the years can weigh you down.
Every few decades, I build myself up, and then it's all gone. Then, I hide for another decade, and then I'll build myself up, and then it all means nothing once again. And then I'll repeat it, and I'm just tired at this point.
Slip, there is still a chance. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking the Santa Claus approach. If you believe he's real.
I mean, you know what? If you want him to be real, you dress up in the red suit and start handing crap out. I'm not going to sit around waiting. But if I want anything to happen, you got to try and make it happen, because it ain't gonna if you don't try.
I'm here to help.
Do not look a gift horse in the mouth, Hatfield. You have a loyal pawn standing before you, ready to sacrifice his life for you. Get used to it. This is what it's like to lead. There are those that do what you are going to do, and there are those that need to do what he is going to do. It is the way of things.
Slip would see Hatfield, look off into middle distance, as happens when I'm having conversations with the voices inside my head. Lip curls, teeth bared for a minute in just nonverbal, screw you, Mithras. Meh. But none of that is actually said out loud. Phil just sort of takes those words and just stuffs them in a metaphorical box for the moment. Look, I don't know. But I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on you neither. You know that maybe Maybe you feel like it all got knocked down. But you know what? We still got stuff. We still got people. We still got things we can do. It ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, we've got a few bodies left. But yes, I do feel very much like it's over. For me, for the third or fourth time. I apologize if I seem less galvanized. I really, truly am.
No, I get you. I get you. I just don't want to see you giving up.
I mean, here I am.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, you have me until I catch a bullet or a grenade or something. Which is going to happen, you know. It's over. Especially for me, I'm definitely an active detriment to your cause.
You're the only chance I got, Slip.
To open some electronic doors? Punch them. You're a blood god.
The eye roll could not be harder. The eyes rolled so hard, the head rolled with it.
Like there's
Blood
basically
gods don't
nothing.
do their own dirty work, Hatfield.
Not about opening doors. It's about getting this sucker out of my skull, Slip.
Oh, well, I know about as much of that as Barry does or anyone else. Kind of blew that shot too. I mean, you know, if you survive all of this, keep trying, but it's all gone. But I get it. You'd rather die doing something you believe in than survive and say you failed. Sure. Just be cautious about who may not want to die on your hill.
I don't want to die on this hill neither. I
I'll
don't
let the
want to
Second
die.
Inquisition know you don't want that.
What I want to keep on living or unliving or whatever the heck it is we're doing here, and I want to drag you up with me.
It's good to know that you want things. You will receive precisely none of them, but it's good to know that you've got that dog in you.
I find that defeatist attitude infuriating.
I know. I really don't care at this point.
You're lucky I still do.
It's all the same to me. You, them. I stayed, my shot's gone.
Something's still got to bring you joy. There's got to be something worth hanging on to.
I mean, all I've ever really wanted is to be left alone. I was happy as a independent for quite a time. Yeah. I had my own little place. I didn't bother anybody. I ate rats. I hid in the ground. It was nice. Camarilla found me, gang pressed me. It's kind of all been downhill from there. So I don't have any interest in any of this. The plague, I had it until I didn't. So now the only thing holding my interest in that regard is a prince that has abandoned me. So I don't really give a shit about any of this.
Doesn't make any difference that I'm here fighting for you. Your little corner of peace.
That is your Mola. told you what I thought you should do, but you do not have to follow it, and you did not. So, no, I am not brought joy by watching you commit suicide over several nights. No, I'm not excited by that. I apologize.
That's not what this is.
You can call it whatever you like. Hopefully, you are right. I would love to be wrong on this. I would love it, but no. At the moment, there's not a lot bringing me joy. I all got pumped full of red gas, and is gone to me forever.
What we're gonna do, you and me, right? We're gonna see this through. We're gonna get it over with. And then you and me, we're gonna go find a nice basement somewhere and we're gonna play some video games.
I'm gonna do the first half of that for sure.
No, we're gonna do all of it.
Okay.
You're gonna beat me at them racing games again, and you're gonna have a good time doing it. So help me.
I would like that.
You would and you will. We're gonna make it happen.
You're gonna be real fucked up when you watch me die. Let's go.
I want to use that at the end of every single conversation I fucking have now for the rest of my life. Meanwhile, within the safe haven that Acheron led the coterie to, the remainder of the coterie have awakened. The garden sings with the sounds of running water and leaves flowing in the breeze, but something rests in the air. There are no bird sounds, no sounds of any animal. It's a hollow place. The only thing living here are plants. Even those that tend to the garden are undead, leaving an eerie feeling about the place, like a graveyard waiting to be filled. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess Barry is waking up in the nice garden and sort of looking around, waiting for other people to start waking up too.
You would see that Acheron, you remember Acheron fell asleep in that coffin. But that coffin is open and Acheron is not there.
Okay.
Oh. I feel like right about that time, like, Barry's up, Barry's waiting. And I think Ebony kind of wakes up, just like rubs her neck, like she slept wrong. Not like that could fully happen, but I think she's just nervous, just looks up, sees Barry, looks at the empty coffin. Oh. Okay.
Good
Where
morning,
is
Ebony.
she? Good morning, Barry. How are you doing after everything that's happened?
Pretty good, pretty good. I guess when things calm down, I'm gonna have to get my inheritance sorted and such. But I got grandma's cookbook, and that's really the most important thing.
Huh. I guess at the end of all this, you and I are getting an inheritance.
Yep, the Bean family legacy must live on.
Just pauses, touches the hair that's now hers. I don't really know if a legacy's going on here, but I'm happy with how everything turned out. Sort of.
Did you get a haircut? Something about you is different.
Barry, along with everyone, we held my mother down and tore her apart and rebuilt me.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, yes, I guess I did get a haircut, didn't I?
Yeah. Looks different. Looks good. Yeah.
I'm pretty
It's you.
I would have. I feel like I more would have expected that statement out of Acheron.
Oh,
I
I'm sure Ackwood would say the same, or maybe even more gracefully.
You know what? With statements like that, I don't know if the grace is there. That one's a bit more blunt. I feel like that one's going to have it being a bit more blunt.
Oh, did I say something? Uh, did I put my foot in my mouth?
Just walks up, hand on Barry's shoulder, which is a very far reach as she is still short. Barry, you always do. But I'm starting to think that's part of your charm, actually. Strangely.
Oh yeah, thanks. I like to think I'm charming too.
I I hope this doesn't come off odd, but in all my time being disappeared, I was most surprised that I really did miss you.
Oh really?
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting it.
Well, once things calm down and I get to my restaurant up and running again, there'll always be a place at my table for you to come, visit or something. And if I serve trotters, it'll, not be the kind in mouths, foot and mouth kind of, yeah,
I
But I guess if people are eating it, they are putting it in their mouth. So I guess, yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I will happily go.
We can
Because at
name
this
it
point, oh,
Barry's foot and mouth platter.
mm, uh, uh,
And the
Southern
waiter
in me
or
wants to say
waitress
something. Fuck.
will make it awkward when you order it.
And that's when Acheron enters into the space and says, "What's wrong with you, Ebony? You've got a foot in your mouth."
Just the gentle pause and slow turn to Acheron. You know what? At this point, maybe I did. I don't know. Oh, goodness. You would also have a very different definition of foot and mouth. Oh, dear. I'm speaking to the two people where that statement means something very different.
Good morning.
Acheron.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Where have you been?
Oh, I was out taking a look at some things. Roland came with me, but he's off now, figuring some things out for himself. He will return to us at some point, I imagine. But I've learned some information about where we're going.
Oh,
Yes, that's a matter to discuss when we're all together.
yeah.
How did you lot sleep?
Barry?
Comfortably, I think. Yeah, it's a nice coffin, padded, a nice garden, good air quality. Not that I breathe, but
Yes, no, but still, you can get the dust in your mouth if you're in the wrong place.
just the atmosphere.
Yes.
Well, I slept great, woke up awful.
It's only
I'm
gonna
not-
get worse the older you get.
I know. I still have a headache. I've not fully come down from eating my own mother. That's something I would expect Barry to have done.
Yes.
No offense,
well,
Barry.
you know.
Well,
You did, didn't you? You did, didn't you?
he just smiles.
Okay. It seems weirdly enough, me and Barry are sharing a lot lately.
Yeah, well, as you get older, you realize that there are very few differences between one kindred to another.
That is the exact opposite that the venture ever taught me.
Well,
They really
of
wanted to
course.
believe they were better.
Yes, it's in their DNA, so to speak. They believe themselves rulers by rights.
I do still
So
think
they're-
that.
I would not want you to think any differently. Be your most self.
All right, I'm just going to put it here since we're here
Yes.
and I have you here and I'm just legitimately curious.
Mm-hmm.
Acheron, what the fuck is the Bahari?
Okay, well, I did not expect you to ask that, but it does make sense given where we are.
I'm very
Bahari.
confused by most of what's happened. I came in here very dazed and confused. I don't have Hatfield, and at this point,
Yes.
I'm just curious where the fuck I've been sleeping.
Well, the simplest way to put it is that Bahari are children of Lilith. They are worshippers of Lilith. There's more complex and nuances in that, but that is the sum total of it.
I feel like there's Ebony finds something to sit on, gently sits down, just really thinks about what was just said. That was a fucking option?
Oh, of course. Tis always an option to take your power back.
Oh well, I like that option.
There's a little glint in Akron's eye, and then they proceed to sit next to Ebony and say, do you know the history of the Canaanites?
Yes, I was forced to study it fairly obsessively.
Well, most would have you believe that Cain was a god, but he wasn't. He was a mortal, cursed by his god. And Lilith, like a mother, allowed him to stay with her rather than roam the wastes in his curse. And she taught him everything he knew. So, those powers that clans have, majority of them were taught by her. She did not do this painlessly. He had to earn the powers that he gained. According to our histories, he was not thankful for those lessons and left her. In time, he created his children, his 13 children. And who knows what he said to them, but as history has shown, he demonized his mother. He made Lilith into a monster, and his children came to, well, I suppose the best way to put it is came to exact a revenge of some kind. Destroyed her garden and killed her children. And so there are those of us who, upon embrace, we come into contact with those who have adopted her teachings and her mentality, and we become Bahari.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, this Kane fellow sounds like a piece of work. At first, kills his brother, gets cursed, and then gets a whole family of his mom or adopted mom killed. Man, who does that?
Fools.
Yes.
Oh, well, you don't have to feel any guilt for killing Mother Superior.
Good,
She
because
was
I
a
super
K-Knight.
don't.
Yeah, she was a K-Knight.
I mean, okay, hold on. Aren't all of us, by technicality?
You can choose to think that, yes. There are the Setites. They don't consider themselves K-Knights. They are of Set, Egyptian god. He was not Cain's. Another example, the Hecata. They're not of Cain either. There's something
They're
I'm
not?
starting to feel like I didn't learn anything in school.
Isn't that the way of things?
Apparently.
The Hecata are I suppose a shoot off of a Cainite. So it's a weakened blood of a Cainite, but they are their own thing. The things that they can do, the other 13 cannot, even the La Sombra, who have access to the same oblivion that the Hecata do. The Tremere stole their blood, so technically they're not of Cain either. So no, we're not all of Cain.
Ghost children.
Spirits of the forest in here.
Goddamn poor spirits. That's what happens when you go to the Bahari hideout. All the ghost children show up and ruin your day.
Did Cain like kill all of Lilith's children, or did some survive?
The story goes that the children within the garden at the time were all killed. However, the Nosferatu and the Toreador did not participate. In fact, the Nosferatu turned away from the massacre, and the Toreador respected and buried the dead. So Lilith has no quarrels with those particular clans. They share the blood of Cain, but they were merciful and they were kind.
I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say Ventru was pretty much head of the pack at that point.
Well, the Venture would have you believe that they were the head of the pack, but I think the La Sombra would disagree. So, as I was not there, I cannot say which was leading that particular pack, but they all had their part. Lilith only asks of us to take our power back, be your most original self, be you to the highest degree. There's power in that.
Yeah.
And she says that it is not a painless endeavor. There are lessons to be learned in pain. Fear evaporates.
Yeah, it sounds pretty great. I mean, I say the same thing. We should always be ourselves, you know? Got to be genuine. You are what you eat. Well, I'm not kind anymore. But you know,
of course. Yes. But
just
truly, there is how best to put it. Cainites have a certain arrogance to them, a certain willfulness to defy what is true, even if it's qualities they dislike in themselves. Lilith asks for you to reflect on that and change it because you have the power to.
But what if we like ourselves?
Even better.
Oh, good.
Huh. All right. At this point,
Mm.
that's the best fucking spiel I've heard. Because the Catholic Church wasn't nice. The Ventru were awful.
Mm.
At this point, I've had my jaw broken 5 times, and the only lesson I learned is I hated my mother.
Well, you also learned you're resilient.
Shockingly.
You learned where your lines are, your boundaries. And in killing your mother, you allowed her to no longer step over your boundaries. These are important things.
I also learned that I'm a burden to him. To Hatfield.
Is that an actual lesson you learned or something you're just telling yourself?
I think it's something true. When I was
think
gone,
Hatfield would
Hatfield.
disagree.
When I was gone, Hatfield did amazingly.
And he would have done so if you were there. Hatfield's greatness is not pinned by what you could have made him be. I'm sure Mother Superior had you thinking otherwise. But who you see Hatfield now is who that has always been Hatfield.
I know. It's just. I will miss him. Because I know when the blood bond between us disappears completely, Hatfield's not going to stay.
Did he say that to you?
No, but
So then I suggest not putting words in his mouth.
our situation was forced. It was never going to last.
Your situation may have been forced, but if anything, I think it gave you common cause. His bond with you was more than the blood.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I am positive. Because never once, as the bond has faded, has his feelings or thoughts on you changed. When you were here, his only concern had ever been you being safe, surviving, and being strong. I would say none of that has changed. The
Yeah,
truth is you underestimate Hatfield.
Sure, Hatfield might be more independent now, but I mean, we've all, as a coterie, been through a lot. Hatfield's one of the members of our coterie. You're one of the members of our coterie, and I think there's a certain bond in that, like a fellowship.
Exactly.
A fellowship of blood.
Yes.
I guess I'm just. I'm tired.
You're scared.
I'm tired and scared.
Mm.
I realized my entire life was controlled by blood. I didn't have an option. My blood was broken from the start, and by the time I even had a body capable of getting up and doing what I wanted, my blood was taken and used against me. And I was trained from day one to use others' blood against them. And I'm tired. And I don't know, really. I don't know what emotions are real anymore in here. I don't think I was ever taught how to have a real emotion. Not one that's controlled. Not the one that's normal.
Well, your first issue is thinking anything is normal. Normal is a setting on a washing machine. You are a vampire. Kindred. That is what you are. There is no such thing as normal. And as far as emotions go, well, sometimes emotions are tools. That doesn't just apply to others, it applies to yourself. How you use your emotions, because clearly you feel them. Otherwise, you wouldn't be scared. You wouldn't be tired. You wouldn't feel guilty. You wouldn't feel pain. But that's the point. Feel it. Feel the pain. Feel the sorrow and all of those things that exist within you. Feel them. And the real control is not suppressing them. It's using them. And if we're honest, no one can control Hatfield. And that's the bane of his clan. He can't even control Hatfield.
I don't think I ever want to see Hatfield actually controlled.
Right, because it wouldn't be him, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
Stand up, come on. And Akron will stand up and hold a hand out to Ebony.
Ebony takes it and gets up.
Ebony, I understand the feeling of just, kind of wanting to take a break from it all. I myself plan to, when things calm down, go out in the countryside someplace and, set up a farm, maybe a nice garden. I'll kind of point around, set up a nice garden, raise some livestock, and open up my own farm to table restaurant. And it'd be great if you want to just retire and relax and take it easy. You're welcome to join me.
I'm not entirely ready to retire yet. I think once I get over the fact that I did murder, no matter how bad they were, the only family I've ever known. I do have you all. And
You always will.
Yeah. Family is very important, but sometimes you get put between a rock and a hard place, and the only way to get out of the situation is to punch through your family. It happens.
That is so much more literal coming from you than I think that saying normally is.
You know,
Grandma'd be proud.
Ebony, you are not the only person who's had to kill their mother in order to thrive. I killed my mother when I was human.
Did she deserve it?
Oh no, she died in childbirth.
Oh,
but I did kill her.
I don't know if that's killing.
Oh well.
That's my opinion.
Regardless, she is dead. And frankly, you can't miss what you've never had. I put it to you this way. Yes, you killed your mother. But that says more about her than you. It didn't have to be that way, but she made it that way, didn't she? Left you no other options. There was nothing wrong with your blood. There was nothing wrong with you. I've heard you multiple times refer to yourself as if you are bad at being a Ventru. How could you know what that is? You don't even know what a Ventru is. All you know is Mother Superior, but she's gone now. You don't need to revert. You don't need to reflect on any of it. You can be whoever you want to be. And you can take this time to figure out who that is. I mean, you have nothing but time. And so I will say this before we go and meet the others. Hello, Ebony. I'm Akron. It is a pleasure to meet you. And Akron puts a hand out to shake your hand.
Ebony kind of stands there, looks up at Akron with this. It's a little bit of shock, a little bit of that. Not, I guess, wet eye look.
Mm-hmm.
She takes Akron's hand and looks up at her. I'm just Ebony.
Akron shakes your hand and then lets it go.
Okay, well, I woke up nearly crying. That's a day. This is a day. I'm fine. I don't cry.
No, in fact, you do. You do cry. And that's good.
I'm a big, strong vampire.
Mm-hmm. And you can still be that, even if you cry.
I want to see Hatfield.
All right, then. If you want to know anything else about Bahari, feel free to ask whenever. You can make a good
I think
one.
I'm going to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to learn how to make a nice garden like this. You could probably grow a whole lot of awesome foods, vegetables, fruits.
You can grow whatever you want. It will be your garden.
Oh, that's awesome.
All it takes is a little bit of sweat, blood, and maybe some tears.
And fertilizer.
Lots of fertilizer.
Yeah.
Come on, then. And Acheron will lead them towards the exit of the haven. And in
The cave
same...
entrance.
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead, yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
No, you're good. You go ahead.
No, I don't know if you have something planned for how that looks, because, but go ahead.
I do.
Okay, so yeah, you go.
Oh, well, bollocks. All right. The cave entrance that allowed the coterie present to enter inside of the haven has been closed off by thick tree trunks and thorned vines preventing passage. To one side are 3 statues, one of a lion, one of an owl, and one of a serpent. A stone bowl built into the bottom of each totem. On the other side are several fruit trees, one bearing cherries. Fuck, that's hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
An apple tree, a plum tree, and a pear tree, each of them bearing ripe, fat fruit engorged with fruit juice. What would you like to do?
Acheron will actually step back and watch to see what they do. And we'll say this to Ebony especially, because Ebony essentially grew up in the church. We'll say, do you remember the stories about the Garden of Eden?
Oh, they were drilled into my head, so yes.
Well, let's see how well you know them. Go on. She'll just gently push Ebony forward towards the stuff.
See, now I have to fight between knowledge the player knows and knowledge that would have actually been taught, because the player's Well, there's no pomegranate tree here. What the fuck?
Right. But you would know that, like, canonically over time, it turned into an apple. So.
Apple. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Then, Garden of Eden, that immediately clicks. Ebony's like, oh, well, easy.
I mean, in
And
the
it's gonna
Bible, it
go-
doesn't say any specific. Oh, is it? I think it's the fruit that's not specified, but the animal is.
The original, or I shouldn't say the original, the earlier text are talking about a pomegranate. There is like pomegranate stuff, but eventually
way-
over how many times it's been rewritten, it became an apple.
Apple
But-
used to be a very generic word for fruit too.
Mm-hmm. So language stuff. But yes.
Woo.
So
So, apple snake. Easy.
mhm.
Apple plus snake equals we win this. But first things first, I'm gonna take this apple, try to make sure the tree's not gonna eat me.
Uh-huh.
If I reach for this apple, the tree just gonna let me pick it?
Are you asking me what's going to happen in the future if you do an action?
I'm currently all right.
Or
Let
are
me
you
rephrase.
asking me, are you doing this action? What's going to happen now that you've done this action? Because those are two very different
I
answers.
know. Let me rephrase. Being told these things, Ebony will walk quickly forward to the apple tree, reach up and grab the apple. As the player, I'm asking, does the tree immediately try to eat me?
No.
Yeah. Pick the fruit.
It's a tree. What the fuck, dude? What
Have you? I have known
kind of tree you
Acheron.
got over there in the States?
Literal
Don't worry about it.
woman's made a whole fucking greenhouse of carnivorous plants fed off of dying bodies. I do not want to hear it. This is Bahari shit. That tree could eat me.
That's that's more
Wait, how many
Acheron
of those
shit than
carnivorous plants were sat there going, hey, I've got an apple. Fucking dare you.
It's
Fucking
true.
dare you.
I mean, that is
Lures
how
come
they
in
get
all
there's a
colors,
baby-
my
yeah,
friend.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The tree doesn't eat you.
Oh, perfect. All right, I have apple, and I'm not crazy. One of the animals was a snake, right?
Mhm.
All right, apple in the snake bowl.
Mhm.
Easy.
Mhm.
There's a reason I'm silent, because nothing's happening.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's what you get. Fucking easy. Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
I'm
Ebony,
sorry. I should have said it. All right.
maybe you're supposed to eat it. You know, knowledge and all.
I can't eat food. Well, I guess I could just bite into it and spit it up. But this seems very odd.
If you can eat it, though, I want some.
There's more
Don't
than
eat
one
the whole
apple,
damn
you lot.
thing.
There's more
Well, I don't know.
than
That's kind of the
one.
story.
Share the knowledge.
How many apples are on the apple tree? Like, can I try this again if we eat this apple?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck it. It makes about as much sense to Ebony right now. Going off Bible stories. She's gonna bite the apple, spit it out almost immediately
Okay.
because she cannot swallow it, and then she's
Yep.
gonna hand it to
Yep,
Barry.
yep.
There you go. Take
Barry.
a bite.
Barry will take a bite of the apple, see what it tastes like. If it tastes palatable, he'll swallow it. If it tastes like ash or nothing, he'll spit it out.
Oh, it absolutely tastes like ash to the both of you. Even if
Yeah.
you've got food, eat food merit, it's not taste like an apple. It tastes exactly like every other food that touches your mouth. It's disgusting and gross. The only
Gross.
thing that is ingratiating you is the fact that you, oh my God, here's a sentence I never thought I'd say in my life. Because you didn't swallow, you're fine.
You don't
Perfect.
want it. Yeah.
Spit that shit out. All right, I'm take the apple back, pop it in the fucking bowl. Anything? Literally though, she puts it back in the bowl. I'm trying to be chill with this. Does anything happen, or is this about to be a bigger puzzle?
Maybe
Big
we
puzzle.
need to bleed on the apple.
Now hold on. Shiv, I was paying attention, but I need this for my brain notes. Can you give me every fruit and every animal?
There's a really big part of me that wants to be sarcastic and say, okay, so we'll start with the A's. There's an aardvark, an anteater.
Absolutely fair.
Go through
I
the
made it
full,
very broad.
full arc's worth of them.
But it turns out the zebra did it.
Shit. Always the zebra.
A lion, an owl, a serpent. The trees, one bears cherries, one is a plum tree, one is an apple tree, and one is a pear tree.
So there's only 3. Oh, did I mishear that? It was only 3 animals.
There's only
3 animals, 4 trees.
Okay. Owl, lion, snake. Ah! Alright, come on. No, the Bible, I'm here.
Feel free to consult with your coterie.
You know, I think I do think it's like, after it didn't work, she sits there, looks at the trees, immediately then steps back, turns, and goes, alright, I'm not going to lie. I have no fucking clue. I had one answer. That was kind of drilled into me. I will happily request assistance.
Well,
Is blood involved?
oh yes, of course. There's always blood involved.
God, I hope I sent that to the right person. Oh, I did.
Well, I suppose you were only taught one version of that story, so I will help you with this. See if you can riddle the rest out. Lilith was Adam's first wife. She wanted to be equal to him. This was not accepted. She was cast out. Time passed. Eventually, she returned to the Garden of Eden, but she returned in the form of a snake. She went to the tree, and she began collecting the fruit, or aptly put, the seeds of the tree of knowledge. There, she saw Adam's new wife, Eve, and she took pity on her when she saw that she was so subservient. From there, she gave her the knowledge that while Yahweh and Adam may have tried to convince her that she would die should she take from this particular tree in the garden, no such thing would happen. And that what Yahweh feared most was her getting the knowledge that she would be just fine, and in fact, just like him. So she encouraged Eve to take as many of the fruit she desired from this tree as possible. She did. And she did not die. She gained knowledge. So, Lilith has 3 forms. One, a snake. The other, an owl. The other, a lion. Each are representative of things. But try to keep in mind, she took as many of the fruit that she wanted. And everything worth it in this life costs blood. Can you solve the little riddle?
Hold on, player is puzzling this shit out.
Take your time. Acheron is looking like lovingly on each of these statues, and she caresses the tree. She does also give, well, you know, at least this. You got it right with the apple.
if you are truly well and truly stuck, I am happy to give you a roll for a hint if you feel well and truly stuck.
I think I'm
A
gonna
hint,
try.
depending on if you get loads of successes, it'll be like, oh, you just need to do this. But yeah, you know,
Yeah, I'm,
think of that as your I am stuck. Give me the answer, Shiv.
right. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I just wish I knew fucking plants better.
Okay, well, is it okay if Akron maybe gives a little more knowledge here? Yeah. Okay.
Plus,
Yeah.
it's your scene.
So, yeah.
About to be
So
I'm trained.
Yeah. So Acheron points to the snake statue and says, "The snake represents knowledge." Makes sense with the story, does it not?
Hmm.
But it also represents seduction and rebirth. This is important for you. The owl represents nocturnal prowess. You'll find throughout the histories that the owls were revered as harbingers, oftentimes harbingers of death. Is that not what you are? A harbinger of death. You should be proud of that fact. The lion represents power. That's what you stand to gain.
Okay. Shit, I've still got nothing on the. I know all the animals. Animal makes sense. I'm here for it. Plants got nothing. All I
Well,
know,
as
apple
I
goes
told
in
you.
the snake.
Well, as I told you, the apple is correct. But don't forget to take as much as you want.
I put it.
Can Barry grab one?
Of course.
Hey,
Yeah.
Harry, come on, help me out here, buddy. It's all our puzzle.
All right. I think I'll take 2 apples, one for me, one for the snake, and I'm gonna bleed in a bowl. How's that sound? You know, as payment for the apples.
Akron simply smiles.
And I want to share the knowledge, but I want some for myself too.
I'm disappointed no one's going for the plums.
I'm actually about to say I'm going for the plums, dog.
Acheron looks at Barry and says, "We might make a Bahari out of you yet."
I'll come back to Barry in a second, simply because I want to just address the plums. And the only reason I want to do this is simply for this, Pit. You look and stare wide-eyed at these juicy, engorged, ripe plums. You cup your hands around this beautiful pair of plums and they go straight in your basket.
No, you're not allowed. You are not allowed, sir. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go.
This pair of incredibly engorged, fit to burst plums are ripe and they're going straight in my basket.
I am about to step on these.
Time out. You go in time out.
Time out. Get in the corner.
Who did that, but he was a YouTuber and he would just go around doing crazy things like that. He from Britain. He'd be like in the supermarket and pretend to be on the phone and just have this loud conversation of, yeah, I got me sister pregnant. Things like that. Just with this random person next to him just to get their reaction of,
the things you don't want to hear. Okay. All right. To shorten my brain hole, because the blood is an interesting idea.
Sorry, I distracted myself.
Oh yeah, Barry,
you did a thing. You took 2 apples. You're going to a bowl. Tell me which bowl you're going to. What's going on with here? With these apples that I can't make sexual innuendo out of, sadly.
Howard.
The snake bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Putting 2 and bleeding on it.
Yeah.
Rouse check for me, please.
And I guess I'm gonna leave one with the snake, and I'm gonna take the other. I don't know.
Yeah. Lovely. You open a small wound on your arm and will vitae out of your system and pour it upon the blood and into the bowl. Plants themselves creak like rubber as they start to move away from the passageway. Stems and vines retract, leaves rustle and trunks slowly slither away, revealing the way out before you all. Slip and Hatfield are slowly revealed as the sound of stone grinding against stone dominates the area, until finally the very earth itself yields to you, and allows you to be reunited with the pair as the silence once more falls upon the coven.
That was fucking it. It was just bleed on it. It was just fucking bleed on it. Are you fucking with me?
Sometimes the simplest answers are the correct ones.
Oh, well,
I told
fucking
you.
apparently.
I told you all you needed to grow a garden is some sweat, blood, and tears. As Kindred, we cannot sweat, but we certainly can cry. And you've done that already. Barry has provided the blood.
On the other side of the door, Hatfield is waving and just leaning into Slip. Do you got any idea what they're yelling about?
You will
Okay.
all hear cracking through your skulls.
What a fanciful fairy tale, but lacks facts.
Acheron fully like
Ugh.
if they could death glare the demon, they would. But they can't see them, so they're just death glaring.
To
And,
Hatfield's question, Slip merely, I really don't give a shit what they're talking about.
Yeah, I figured.
Ebony.
And
Oh,
you neglect our Lord.
Oh, shut up.
oh, Lucifer. Yes, Lucifer is Lilith's lover. He let her into the garden because he saw her for what she really was, not a monster. Just a woman.
It's another sweet story. Barry, what are you saying to me?
I was just saying, not to worry too much about the puzzle or whatever being simple. Sometimes it takes a simple person to solve a simple puzzle.
Are you saying that Ebony's too complex?
Well, I was saying I'm a simple kind of man, but sure, we could go with that.
Acheron just smiles and then leads them out towards the sort of oubliette door, the opening there.
Just a very long and forced active push of air sigh from Ebony.
Yeah, when we come upon the group again. Well, hello, you two. Did you rest
Yo.
well?
Looks to Slip.
I mean, I definitely died for the day, and then I'm not anymore. So sure.
Oh,
Looks
that's
to Acheron, face just the look. Yeah, he's in one of those moods.
Yeah. I think Acheron is like, I see. Just this sort of like unspoken understanding.
Yeah. So if you're all done having a wank, what's the timetable for today?
Someone woke up sassy. Well, we do know that the needle is the eventual spot, and I have you all here so I can divulge this bit of information. I woke up earlier and did a little reconnaissance. Turns out, the needle is somewhere hidden within a village, but the village itself is abandoned. No one's there. I was able to find out that, well, apparently there was some sort of, I don't know, they said in the papers there was some sort of gas leak or, some sort of event like that. They were able to push out all these people. It's quite empty there. they did it in a hurry, so all the furnishings within the homes and whatnot are still there. And there doesn't seem to be any kind of security at all. There's no one patrolling the area, no cameras. I imagine anything like that is closer to the facility, but the surrounding area is quite clear.
That is about the largest red flag I think I've ever seen.
Right, that's what I thought. It could, of
Okay.
course, be just kind arrogance to think that no one will fucking look, further. But a trap is a trap is a trap, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I guess you
arrogance, that
don't
is
want your
stupidity.
security measures to be obvious.
Right, exactly.
I will point out, just because this must be a British thing, this is not unheard of for entire villages just to be taken over by the Ministry of Defence and just evacuated and said, all right, you're out, you're homeless now.
Really?
Most famously, there's one near Stonehenge in Wiltshire that was taken over during the Second World War, and it was like, oh, we'll only need it for 3 years, and to this day, it's still being used by the Ministry of Defence. There's loads of really cool and interesting conspiracy theories around it, but yeah, it's not unheard of. You don't own land in this country; it's always the property of the crown, no matter what. So if the Ministry of Defence, which is the state, comes in and says, we're taking this over, then they're taking it over. They're legally obliged to compensate you. You know, you're not suddenly, well, you are suddenly homeless, but you're not penniless for it. But yeah, this isn't necessarily a red flag or a trap, but this is very much could be.
Oh,
That was my point. Sorry.
oh,
Yeah, no,
fair.
you're fine. Right, but that's,
Oh God, this is not going to go well.
Don't
I
say
just
that.
feel it. You're right. You're right. Also, I'm glad you are safe.
Of course I'm safe.
I shouldn't doubt you.
Why would you ever?
regardless, that's what we'll find when we get there. A whole lot of nothing until you, I assume, go further in and eventually get closer to the facility itself. But the surrounding area is quite empty.
Seems quite empty. Well, that's it's good to know things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there... I guess there's not really any... Do we need to do prep to... Or is everyone... Do we need to eat?
Oh, I can always eat.
I think it's probably not a good idea to go in anywhere hungry.
No, not at all. However, I have access to the circulatory system. So should anyone need blood or food of any kind, I can provide.
Pointed look at Slip.
I mean, I can't drink bagged blood, but I could go hunting for some rats while you guys do that.
If you'd like. To be fair, the circulatory system does not just provide bagged blood.
What is a rat if not a bag with legs?
I just imagine they're going to come in with a pet carrier.
I mean, what is a kindred but a bag with legs?
I mean,
it's a bag with
I'm not
legs and abilities.
I'm not about to argue with that. You know how I eat.
I mean,
I have
sure.
a question.
Sure.
These days it's common to have rodents as pets.
Mm-hmm.
If that rodent ever needs a blood transfusion, do they have rodent blood transfusions? And if they do
I-
they have bags of rodent blood?
That's a good question.
Bro, imagine getting a rat transfusion. That's an L right there.
Well, there are vets, so I imagine, yes, there is a way to do a rat transfusion for sure. In terms of the
It's-
circulatory system, they will provide you whatever food you
I,
desire.
I do like
Slip.
that thought that the rats are being well taken care of when they need it.
I'm just
Slip.
imagining
Jesus.
someone
You
breaking
could
into a
get
vet.
handful of little tiny bags of blood.
Yeah,
I mean-
give me some. Get me a 12-pack of mini cup noodles and just
What is that
one
candy?
pot of water for all 12.
What is that candy? Gushes?
Yeah.
As far as I
yeah,
understand it,
Don't
for
put
those
yourself into any like trouble for it. The rats we're in the UK. Rats are more
Right.
populous than blades of grass.
Yes, they are.
There's
plenty, that
shitloads
is
of them in
for sure.
Westminster.
Yeah.
Yes.
So feed everyone else first. But if you've got a couple of these tiny little shot glasses of rat blood somewhere, I'll have a couple. Yeah.
Oh, well, just to clarify, as it is, you need the blood of the rat, not the rat itself. It would still be in the form of a bag of blood, but simply the blood inside would be that of a rat.
I still cannot drink bagged blood.
I see. So is it the plastic that affects you?
No, it's what?
Well, you
No,
said
I don't have an eye. Okay, I don't have the iron gullet merit. I can't drink bagged blood. No
Okay.
kindred without iron gullet can drink bagged blood.
I
He's
see,
like,
I
I'll throw it up. It's just
I understand.
it's too food like. My body won't know what to do with it. It's
I
weird.
understand. Well, there are houses as well. And I'm saying this like as we're kind of like
Oh my
a little
god.
bit walking around. Yes, there's houses that provide well, we would consider them livestock. They're essentially like a collection, like a herd, a collection of
Of
blood dolls
people?
that are there. Yes, but we also
Not an animal.
have right. No, hold on before you
Uh-huh.
fucking get ahead. They also have
Oh my.
literal cattle. They have animals.
Ooh,
Yes, kept in a house and
I'll
taken
suck on a
care of.
cow's ass. That sounds fine.
Right. So, we have farms. We're not living in caves anymore. You know what I'm
Farm
saying?
to
Like
table. I
we
keep saying farm to
exactly.
table.
Exactly.
I'm just-
Honestly, as
And-
kindred, we are ahead of the game. We've
You just said that
So-
the cows are
That's-
in the house, and I'm just like picturing the cow walking around the kitchen. I know that's not what's going on, but like I'm picturing it.
It's a good
Yeah,
dairy
yeah.
commercial.
all right. Got blood. Anyway. Uh, yes, there are farmhouses, for lack of a better word, that have any collection of food you want. Curated, where even the blood can be nuanced to have a certain flavor, very much like wine.
He flashes back grotesquely to that flavored blood he got from Barry that turned him into a fucking fire hose. I just no.
It doesn't have spice. Okay, a better example. Let's say your particular flavor that you like in your blood is fear. There
What the
is.
fuck?
Just listen.
Okay.
If you like the taste of fear, the owner of these houses will induce scenarios in which your food will experience fear, and that echoes through the blood. To which, when you eat it, you will get that spice. It's like humans using spices on their food, but it's
I know.
emotion.
I know how resonance works. Don't get me
Right.
wrong, but
Mhm.
it doesn't really apply that way to animals because they don't have the spark. Plus,
Mm.
honestly, I don't want you to bully the cow. It's a cow. I just want to suck on the cow, you know?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm not a
of course.
complicated man. I
Oh,
just put a
no.
little, you
And
know.
and I respect that. I'm simply saying
Pat, slip on the
know,
back.
that there
Yeah.
there are houses that accommodate to every taste, every
Sure,
feeding
sure.
type. You
I'll
know.
have the bog standard cow, please, and
Yes, all right.
another
Yeah,
kindred
basic
for my
burger,
friend
no
here.
frills.
Yes,
A
no,
basic
that's fine.
burger, no thrills.
Yeah.
Yes, that's perfectly
I'm
all right. I
I'm
can
not
get that.
terribly hungry, but for future efforts, yeah, animals and bag blood doesn't do it for me. And usually, like humans don't satiate me as much as they used to, but I can still get
Jeez.
by.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to comment.
Akron is not fazed by this news. It's just like, yes, of
Yeah.
course. You know?
There's
Yeah.
Ebony just looks at Hatfield like, yeah, I definitely
I
need
mean-
to eat.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good. Y'all were there when I last ate. I'm still good.
Well, it was a
That's
hearty
fair.
meal. So,
You know, I wouldn't go
There's-
that far.
if there's one thing that Ventu are good for, it's having very rich blood. So, it's clear, like, as serious as Acheron says it, you can tell, like, in their eyes, they're teasing you, you know, like they're just playing around. And says, all right, well, I know all of your tastes, so I have curated those things for you. We simply need to travel a little further. And so ST, if you'll allow for this, perhaps
I'll
there
let you do
is-
anything. You've just given me so many immature laughs. Whatever you want, you can fucking have it for that. Absolutely brilliant. You
Okay,
name it,
great,
you've
great.
got it.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, so very, very literally, like Akron will let Slip know the location because we are in the oubliette, but there may be like an abandoned farmhouse to where there is a little,
You know what? I'm
store
even
of
gonna
things.
I'm even gonna let you go through the UBS for free without a roll because you've made me fucking giggle so much for that. That's great.
Oh,
Not even gonna fuck
wonderful.
around. You are gonna have free blood for that.
Wonderful.
This is what happens when we let Slip suck on a cow.
So, so Acheron leads you all to an abandoned farmhouse, to where there, like when you get to the farmhouse, the outside looks very much abandoned, but when you get in, you see that there is a section where there are cows and horses and obviously little rats scurrying around and, you know, different kinds of animals that are there. But there's also a little side room where there are people. There are people who would be of Ebony's interest when it comes to feeding.
You know, these are the sort of fellows that are quite obvious. You can have your pick of that guy's quite clearly some sort of CEO, judging by the expensive suit he's wearing, judging by the design labels that one's wearing and their relative age. Influencer,
Just, oh yeah,
no sweat.
And then
just
you can
looks
also
around
see-
like, that one wants me to step on him, but that one wants me to step on him on camera. Perfect.
And you can tell by like the way that they are acting. They've not been like compelled or anything like that, but they've been sort of seduced into staying here and in a calm state. You can also see that if Roland was with us in this moment, there is a blonde, what looks like a supermodel, sort of lounging. But yeah, there is a flavor for every persuasion in the room.
And a cow's ass for you to suck on.
Several cows, in fact. Several cows' asses for you to suck on, should you desire. And a singular horse. In case the cow is not enough.
In case you say nay to the cow.
Right.
We got
If
you
you
a
ask
pony
for
too in case you were feeling a little
more.
horse.
Bro, I can't talk.
More.
Got a sheep too.
Oh no.
Then we can feed you. I'm so sorry. But who's doing what?
How do
Yes,
we
go
shear
on.
off
I am
this
so sorry.
conversation?
Sucking on a cow.
Have at it.
Okay, Slips. Please do your predator roll to suck on a cow for me, please.
You're fucking 12 years old, Chipper. What the fuck?
All right, I gotta make sure though. We're gonna tip the cow, right?
Oh, of course. You gotta. That's how you're gonna be able to suck on it.
Okay. 3 successes, absolutely fine. Slip. This is very different to you. Obviously, a cow is a much larger animal than a rat. And you only truly realize and appreciate this for the first time, perhaps in a long time, perhaps ever, that you are feeding upon a bovine. And it's something new and weird to you. You're running your hands around, and this cow just doesn't give a shit. Whereas a rat is panicking, wiggling around, and where do you bite on this fucking thing? It's muscle, bone, sinew, and fuck it, and extend all 4 of your fangs and bite down onto any piece of the cow's flesh that you can get your grip on, and begin to drink from this cow. How much hunger would you like to slake? Absolutely no sweat. And the cow
Gives a gentle
The
moan.
cow gives a lovely, happy, serene moon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Slip's eating it from the back.
Yeah, of course.
Oh god.
The only way.
Oh, the influencer. Oh, the influencer in Ebony's just like, candid camera.
Mhm.
But no, we can't do that.
No.
Who would like to go next?
I'm not eating, but I am giving a different cow head scritches.
That's adorable. I suppose B. Let's go find someone who wants to
Slip
get
has a
stepped on.
girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's not going to be. It's just do the predator roll for me, softy. The prey is unconscious, so there's no need to socially tango with it. It's yours for the taking.
I'll just still do the predator roll, see what happens.
Yep.
Oh.
That's Jesus Christ, absolutely wonderful. Ebony, you're perhaps used to prey being quite so easy for you to drink upon. You extend all 4 of your fangs without qualms and sink them into this person's flesh, drinking the body-warm liquid and feeling it trickle down your gullet and into your stomach. How much hunger would you like to slake?
Just one. I don't want to kill him, so just one.
Absolutely no problem. Who else would like to feed?
Is there like a fireplace or anything like that?
It's an abandoned farmhouse, so I mean, sure, there's probably a fire pit.
Okay. I think gonna go to the fireplace thing and heat up my cleaver some. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna look around and see if there are any people
hang
here.
hang on, sir. Nice try. You're going to the fire pit, you say, and you're going to heat a cleaver.
Oh,
What are you going to use to heat this cleaver, sir?
Oh, good catch, fire. Yep.
Mhm.
Yes,
God, the whole fucking barn. Start running.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good one. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
Hey, let's not start a fire.
Yeah, fire.
I mean,
fire.
fire's bad.
I'm right
not
here.
good.
I mean,
Yeah.
Do not start a fire, please.
Yeah. Okay. I will not do that. Dang.
Days there, like, oh.
No
I have
arson
an emote
yet.
for this and everything.
Well,
No arson yet.
I would snack, but I was hoping not to have to, break anyone else's property. So I'll just pass for now.
Break anyone's property. It's
Well,
mine.
like if I cut off an arm, they might die. Blood loss.
Well, that's what they're here for, dear. Eat.
All right. I guess since Barry is mostly full, he just wants a snack. He'll take off maybe like a forearm or something like that.
A little snack.
Biting or how else?
I was just gonna. I mean, the roll would be better if I bit him, but I was just thinking, yeah, sure, I'll just bite him.
Oh Lord, this is gonna hurt him.
Strength brawl.
Sure.
I'm not going to apply the penalty for a called shot because it doesn't seem wouldn't apply for an unconscious person, I feel.
This bro is out.
Yeah.
Strength.
My brain just goes to the like frozen mice you feed to snakes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Salute.
Sticking with it, Barry.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Okay, fine. How we roll? Did I first I want to see if I got all my bonuses in. Yeah, okay. Okay.
You have got, but well, I'm not. Just so you have a reminder, you have 2 rerolls banked, both of which are from the lovely Pixie.
3.
Barry, you rip off this man's arm surprisingly cleanly. You might be a tad uncouth with your method, but you are still a butcher and a man proud of your craft. You rip this man's socket, rip this man's arm right out of the socket, and begin to feast upon the flesh, eating it greedily and quickly, not saving a single piece. And you may slake one hunger.
There we go.
And the man has now changed his name to Andy.
Bro, I feel like Ebony was just across the room, finished eating, looks up, sees that. Oh. Oh. Oh, good evening.
Mm-hmm.
But if Barry notices Ebony looking over, he'll take the hand he's munching on and just pick it up and wave, and then go back.
Just the weirdest, awkward hand wave, like, oh, okay, I'm full. I'm gonna go stand outside. Trying to wipe that image.
Never get used to the fact that Barry eats quite literally the whole person. Yeah.
It's
Right,
just,
well.
it's the waving. Why wave with the hand?
Oh, I think he's a bit of a jokester is all. Likes to have a good laugh.
You know what?
When
Hopefully, eventually, I'll get back to enjoying comedy, but that was a lot.
well,
Barry always did like to play with his food.
mm-hmm. The farm to table restaurant that Barry's always talking about. I'm hoping to join him, help him with his garden.
Really?
Oh yes, I did give him the idea after all.
Mm-hmm. It does seem a bit idyllic.
Mm. Well, I enjoy gardening, and he enjoys people. He's a people person. It's a lucrative business. Plus, it is difficult to find many houses like these that will allow you to eat a whole person. So I suggested he simply make his own. I could help him with that. You've seen my garden, how I fed my plants. So they'll serve more than one purpose.
I mean, it's definitely efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Be a restaurant for both kind and kindred. Of course, the kindred will have their own space, but what better way to get kind in? Have a lovely meal, and suddenly they've never left.
Ebony's actively considering this as you're telling it to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hands actually on her chin. Like, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, yes. And of course, should anyone need a favor, they can always come to the restaurant. It's a great place for doing meetings of any kind. And with Barry's knowledge of, shall we say, meat, he can develop a way to see if they are pure or not. And in these times, pure blood is very important. So, benefits all around.
I will. You know what? I'll take that into account. If we all actually make it out of this alive. Well, you know what I mean.
I do.
Why is saying so difficult for us sometimes?
You give up after a while. You just stop, playing into the game of all these vocabulary words and just call things for what they are.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm away, or I don't know, recent murder or whatever, but why the fuck are so many of my people so stupid?
Hubris is a brain dampener, so that's, I think, part of it. When your only thought is not about how to get power, but rather that you already have it. It makes for an easy breeding ground for mistakes.
Huh. In a fucked up way, I guess I should thank my superior for taking away all my power. Made me actually fight for it.
And you are stronger because of it. You will have what most Ventrue do not. The knowledge of what it takes to earn that power. And you'll find that the La Sombra will respect you as well. They are far more interested in the climb than they are anything else. Give it enough time.
Of the time.
And I will teach you better lessons than what the mother gave you.
Anything's better than BDSM nuns.
Wow. I don't, No, that's fine. That does well in my head. Look, BDSM is
monks.
Fine. Right, BDSM is fine, but you got to, the dynamic needs to be consensual. So I think really she was just a bad person.
Yeah, no, yeah. I feel like the orphanage of ghouls might have also been that too.
Yeah, that was, well, I'm glad they're gone. I'll say that much. I'm glad.
Hopefully the whole fucking place burned down. That's all I hope for. If it's not burned down by the time we're all done, I'm asking Hatfield to throw a Molotov at it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, I am giving that his cow head scritches, but the moment burned down, it's like, huh? I'm listening. What?
Yeah.
BDSM Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh,
You haven't moved on. You're still on it. Okay. And in my mind, Shiv's voice is the demon, and the demon's just like
the demon.
contemplating.
The demon can't handle it. The demon's like, no, BDSM. Now hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah. It's like,
Wouldn't be the first time a demon in my head's like, shit, dude, what the fuck?
Yes. Slip, did you enjoy your cow?
Yes, I snacked on a cow.
you feeling better?
Immensely.
Good.
Oh,
Right.
actually good.
Well then, I know that our eventual goal is to the needle, but do any of you need to look into anything before we do that, or gather weaponry of some kind, or whatever? Or are we satisfied as we are?
Hmm. Looks through purse.
Yeah,
I have my
there's just
gun,
sort of
for what that's worth.
thoughtful rummaging in pockets.
Mm.
Suddenly remembering those brass knuckles I've got that I still haven't used.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Acheron will, if you'll allow me this shiver, Acheron will go to a section of the farmhouse and essentially like move a panel in the wall, and you'll see there's like a small hollowed out space, and pull out a bag. And when I open it up, I'm going to pull out a bundle. It looks brand new, but I present it to Barry, and within it is like chef's knives. So like these very beautifully crafted knives, a cleaver, but it's all very like, brand new, freshly sharpened type of thing. And it's those really good knives that like you could slice through a fucking metal can, you know what I'm saying? Like
Ooh.
they're very sharp. And
Danger
Acheron
knives.
presents them to you, and you'll see on the little like buckle of what keeps the bundle closed is a lion's head. And since you were just at the Bahari safe haven, you will understand the meaning behind it. And she presents it to you.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Akron. This is amazing. I love these chef knives. These are gonna be my new. I'm gonna use them all the time.
Yes.
I'll prepare all my livestock with them.
Yes. I figured, when we eventually get this farmhouse up and going, you'll need brand new knives. Something worthy of your work.
This is perfect. Now I feel bad of not getting you a gift.
Oh,
I have to get you
please.
something.
Oh, well, you lot are the gift. So it's fine.
Oh,
And like when Acheron says this, you can see that like possessive glint in their eye, where you're like, "You are all mine," without saying it. Just like,
yeah.
In this very sweet, almost motherly, like, "You're all the gift," But there is that like
Yeah.
Samiti.
Acheron just anamorphs into an actual fucking dragon for a minute.
Promise and a threat.
Well, thanks, Akron. I sincerely appreciate these. These are going to be my new favorite knives.
Good. I hope you make excellent use of them. I do. I am a fan of your work. I hope you know.
Nice. I would say we could have one of those window displays into the kitchen, but I think it's probably a good idea not to do that.
Oh, certainly. It might make some of them a little fearful. So maybe we we keep that behind the door. Yes. Well.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, looking at these brass knuckles taken out.
Mm.
I hope that we get through this and things calm down sooner rather than later, because I'm supposed to play video games with a Froyo buddy.
I will say this, Hatfield. We will get through this in some shape or form, but it will never actually calm down. We are kindred.
Nah, it'll calm down. I can say that definitively because we have had times, I, in my short on life, have experienced times when I can sit down on the couch and play a game with a buddy. We are not always on the run from who knows what, who knows where, with the world at stake. Sometimes we got a moment to breathe, even if we don't gotta. And when that moment comes, I am gonna darn well enjoy it.
And as you should. I'm simply remarking on this, that if you are waiting for a calm time to happen, it will not.
Oh
You
no, I'm
simply
not
need
waiting.
to
I'm
make
saying
it
I'm gonna
happen.
make it happen. Don't you worry
Then
about it.
yes.
Don't you worry about it.
Then yes, we are in agreement. Yes. Yes. There will be a time for video games with a friend.
Ebony's just sat there, like, smiling the whole time that Hatfield's talking.
Yeah,
Would you
the
like to
brass.
all? Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say the brass knuckles, not like on, but just like holding them are kind of brandished in the meaningful like brandish at slip. Just like, no, we're gonna play video games. We're gonna be there. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. So help me.
Detached interest.
I'll look at Ebony in like a pointed expression from our earlier conversation where I was saying how nothing and no one can control Hatfield, you know, so that Ebony could be like put at ease in their worries about Hatfield, like, because the reality is like Mithras is in Ebony's head and cannot control, or I'm sorry, not Ebony, Hatfield's head and cannot control Hatfield. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty nothing to worry about.
Would you all like to return to the oubliette chamber?
The
There's
safety
no
of the
problem
oubliette.
whatsoever. You return to the oubliette chamber, but this time it's slightly different. As an addition to the regular doors that are there, a new one has appeared. Cast black iron embedded into the wall. Very familiar to you all. And it is on that note that we will be right back after this break, where we will discuss BDS&M inflatable animal balloon guys.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Am I in yet, Softy?
I didn't even unmute myself. I'm not answering that. That way stream can hear me.
Amazing.
We're in. Just do the thing.
You have all taken shelter inside of the oubliette, ready to plan your next move ahead. So, the mysterious cast iron black door has appeared. The one you all know what is behind it and what to expect, but you do not have to enter it if you do not wish to. What would you all like to do?
No, that's the door, right?
That's it.
That's the
Ah.
what do you know?
Hey, okay. Are we? Is this an adventure? Are we doing this?
Well, I don't see why not.
Already
You don't
strolling
have
towards the
anything-
door.
You don't
Oh,
have
dear.
anything to do. We follow.
Door opens the moment you step half a foot onto the threshold. It silently opens, revealing a large, wooden, warm interior, filled with various trinkets from ceiling to floor and large counters just overrun with various clothing and pieces of bric-a-brac. From behind the counter, you hear the now familiar and somewhat ominous voice. What's your pleasure, sirs? Madams?
Hey!
Oh dear.
Who is
How you
this?
been?
Who is this gentleman?
Akron, you've. Oh, you weren't here.
No,
Oh, this is
I am
complicated.
unfamiliar.
Full
Well,
on
she's here now.
strolling in, like going to offer the shopkeeper like the friendly, slightly more than a handshake greeting. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to work out what she meant by you weren't here. She's here now.
Yeah, she's here now.
Therefore, she was always here. You were always meant to be here. It was always destined to be here. You were here in the past. You've been here in the future. You've been here now. It was always meant to be. You will be here again. Maybe you won't be again. But the point is, it was quite incorrect to say that you aren't here because you're standing here now. You were
Yeah, don't
always
worry
going to
about
be here. You've always been here.
Yo, Acheron, meet the shopkeeper.
Acheron.
This,
Actually,
that.
I
The
don't
way you
think
perceive
so.
things is
Acheron.
so two-dimensional.
Yeah,
Acheron,
three-dimensional.
I don't
maybe
think
four?
so.
Okay.
No,
Just,
I
like, pulls
assure you, it's
Acheron
quite
closer.
two-dimensional.
This is spooky.
I see.
The third dimension isn't like taking a 2D object and going, whoop. No, it doesn't quite work like that.
All
It's
right.
more
Well,
mauve.
I will say this.
All right.
I've never met you before, Sir Shopkeeper. But I am happy to have met you now.
I'm the shopkeeper.
Pleasure.
How do you
to meet
do?
you. Shakes
Oh
hand.
my.
What a
Acheron.
firm grip. Is it yours?
Acheron smiles but doesn't say anything.
Oh, this place is so much chaos.
How you been, buddy? We need to hang out. Things have been like a bit wild, I'm sure. You know. Yeah.
You've
I'm
only
sure
just
you're aware.
left.
Yeah, well, you know how it is, being confined to the linearity of time.
Oh, how mundane.
Yeah, well, can't help it.
When Acheron looks around, what do they see? Like, what is in the shop, you know? No detail, like super detail.
You weren't satisfied with various bric-a-brac, you mean?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't satisfied.
It's more than bric-a-brac.
There will be wonderful piece of exquisite jewelry. Things ranging from, very well-made gold plate to actual solid gold, silver, platinum, white gold. But it's not just jewelry. There will be things that look functional, but also strange. A small sharpened nub of a pencil, half a filled Bic pen, but a lighter. Virtually anything you can imagine would be there on display.
Oh, it's like a room of requirement.
And I'll tell you as well that if we don't have it on display, I might have it in the back or underneath.
Ah, how fabulous.
It's very weird when I've got to talk to myself, let me tell you.
Just out of curiosity, do you have any ornate puzzle cubes?
Oh.
We had one. It's out of stock currently.
Ah.
I believe the owner's still using it. For now.
Acheron is looking at the shopkeeper like, I like the cut of your jib, like very like. I respect it.
Yeah,
you know?
we're
The cut of your jib.
Yeah.
One's ever said that to the shopkeeper before.
Try not to touch anything.
Cut from the same cloth, I think. Or a similar one, at least. Yes, a collector.
Wait, who cut me?
Things. The one source, I imagine.
I felt it was more of a whole tear and a sew. Anyway, welcome to my shop. You have things for what you need. I have needful things. You have things you want to get rid of. I have spaces for such things. It might cost you a song or more.
Interesting. I may have to use that sometime. Acheron is truly just seeing like, you may not be Samitsu, but you're a Samitsu. You know what I mean? Like at the core of his being. And she loves it. She's like, yes, this is great.
I know you.
Yeah. Very fond of the shopkeeper. Yes, well. Is there anything that we need? She's looking at the group.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm just happy to say hi.
Hi.
I'm just
Hi.
terrified to be in here.
No, this is not a terrifying place. This is a useful place.
Yeah.
Needful things. And taint cleaning.
What? This takes Akron off guard.
I guess technically I need the
Are you
second.
interested in my taint cleaning services?
No, I.
No, I could leave a lovely new fresh pine smell.
I stand corrected. This is a terrifying place. This is a place of horror.
Shiver.
This is a place of horror and disaster, truly.
Do you have any Frogut with sprinkles?
Yo.
He's still recovering. Give him a minute.
Your mind works in a very strange way, Mr. Bartholomew, to go from taint cleaning to frozen yogurt, but of course, yes. I provide a container.
Oh, that's very lovely.
Yeah, it's helpful.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll take the frozen yogurt in a container.
What do you think this is, a free frozen yogurt shop? You've got to buy something. It's a
Oh.
promotion. What am I made of, frozen yogurt?
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
you?
Is there anything I need?
Yes, there's always something you need. There's something everyone needs. You always need something. It's just whether or not you're willing to pay the price or the curse or the cost. But you do get the frozen yogurt. And sprinkles. But the sprinkles are cursed.
Uh-huh.
To do what?
Don't worry about it.
It comes in a nice recycled packaging.
Oh, it's
The
very
packaging is also cursed.
What, to not be eco-friendly?
progressive to be eco-friendly. Yes, it's very
Costs a lot, you know.
It does.
Save a tree's
It's
life.
expensive. Mhm.
We have to kill a beaver.
I mean, you don't have to.
Oh no.
I'm going to look this way so I can't see you laugh. That way I'll be able to do this. Stop talking to yourself, Shiver, and get on with the fucking scene.
Of all places, perfect.
I don't really know what I need or want. Do you sell entire estates or farms out in the countryside where I can make a
I
farm to
could.
table restaurant?
Oh, I could.
I don't want to
How
know the
large?
price.
Vacant, haunted, free, unleaded, leaded.
Unleaded and vacant is fine. Vacant or free, maybe.
You know, I have a lovely offering in the Eastern Europe area. Chernobyl. Not even cursed.
Woo!
Well, that's a matter of perspective.
I don't think I
Me
can.
anyway.
Oh goodness.
Ah!
You're
Sorry, I
looking
just
to open your
knocked
own
him over.
settings, are you?
Maybe one day if I find the right place for the right place for the right price.
Perhaps the opportunity for the place of infinite promise may find its way to you sooner than you think. But an interesting price it will be.
I see.
I
But you
don't.
will, and then you miss it, and you won't, and you'll be like, the shopkeeper was right. But you
Oh,
won't
then
think of me. They
What
never
should I
do.
look for if I want to be on the lookout?
I think it would be quite obvious at the time.
Alrighty.
But this doesn't help you in the present course of time. And you have a big night ahead of you. Either
Speaking,
tomorrow or the night after.
speaking of the present course of time, last time I was here, me and my buddy Slip, we talked to you about some stuff, and you said it'd take a while to figure it out. How's that going?
Yes. Where is the young man?
I
Oh, how do you do? Why are you hiding behind Hatfield?
Don't want to buy anything, so I'm out of the way for those who might want to buy something.
Come, sit by me.
All right.
Plunk a stool.
Go sit on the stool.
Hatfield's just gonna come over and like lean against the counter nearby, chilling.
So how have you been? How long has it been for you? A long time, a short time?
Not very
More than
long.
a night?
Yeah, more than one night.
It's a medium amount of time.
What's happened with you recently? What was the biggest event? Where did you sleep?
Slept in a hallway.
Oh, you're moving up in the world.
Hmm.
Very nice, very nice. Was this a hallway you own or a hallway you inherited?
It's the hallway we was borrowing.
Yeah, neither.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're there. Oh.
Yeah. Most recently, we got kicked out of the place we was staying. And now we're kind of in between places.
When you say you were kicked out of the place you were staying, was this the kind of kick out of, we would like to leave this, or someone else kicked you out?
Oh, he'll show him the red mist burns. This kind.
Yeah, we ain't been having too nice a time lately.
Oh, it's that. Oh, oh. Well, I guess we'll have to play that game pretty soon.
I don't like the sound of that. What the fuck?
Pardon? What? Well,
Okay.
I just mean you'll need a new game collection is all.
Oh, so you
And
can
that's
buy.
all. And that's all he meant. Yes.
Mm.
It's about that thing that we was talking about before, right?
Before what?
The last time we spoke. The last time we was here.
Oh, you need to be. Oh, the last time you were here, and you did. Oh, you want to know about the? Oh, yes, very well, Mr. Slip. I'm very pleased to say, it took me quite some time, but I have managed an exquisite and elegant pathway that is going to be suitable just for your needs. There is a slight curse, a problem with this, though.
Uh-huh.
You can never come back.
Yeah.
But you have multiple exits. You get to choose your own fate. You don't even have to leave if you don't want to.
Oh, okay.
But you can't come back here. You step out, you go. And it will only work for all of you.
I have a question, Mr. Shopkeeper.
Yes!
Let's say you've collected a hangers-on in this place, or rather,
This place
plane.
specifically?
No, this plane outside of your shop.
This is a shop, not an airplane.
No, right.
They do know the
asking if
difference,
you-
don't they?
I do.
They do.
Now, go with me on this journey. Let's say in the place that we were previous to this shop, you've collected a hangers-on of the supernatural kind. When we exit into our place of choosing, would that hangers-on follow? Or would they be left behind?
What? Are you, by the way, are you like this sort of on the counter leaning in?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, because thank God for that. Because he's like,
Mm-hmm.
how many fingers?
3.
If I asked you to tell me 4, what would you say?
Well, there's 5 fingers on your hand, but only 3 were held up.
It would depend entirely on the kind of passenger you were bringing. Some are able to cling in and some are able to stay. It depends, it varies. How specific are you willing to be?
Oh, it's a hangers-on from down below. That fiery place that they scraped their way out of.
Oh.
Mm.
It is possible, but not entirely given. Some are able to find their own way and pathway, like I did for you. Some are unable to see such things, but some are able to craft their own. It depends entirely. Either way, a hanger-on, I suppose, wouldn't be able to make his own path, nor see his own path. I wonder if he could travel the path that he could not see. Can you travel a path that you cannot see?
I'm certain if you
Yeah.
try hard enough, yes.
You can walk
What
down a
about
road
the
while
road
closing your
seldom
eyes.
trodden?
It's
Oh,
still
what about
hatched
it?
in.
But what if you wanted to walk up the road?
Then
Turn
Then I
around.
suppose you simply have to do it. You couldn't think about it, you just do it.
trust me, you don't gotta know where you're going to get there.
Oh, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well-
how you cope. Don't you
We
buy a
don't.
book and read the last page before you read it the first?
I've never
No,
done
not
that in my
at all.
life.
No, most people don't want to know the
Seems-
ending,
Odd.
How very strange.
isn't it?
I could not imagine such an existence without knowing the last sentence of my own book.
Eh,
I think some prefer not to know their end. Scares them too much.
Then how do you plan your life and your events around such things? How do you know when to do such things?
I
You
generally don't plan.
There is
How
something.
chaotic.
There, truly, and there it is. Existence. You plan for what is immediately before you, and anything else is just fantasy. You get to do something when you get to that bridge.
Can you sell the last pages of someone's book?
Go on.
Well, can you sell someone the pages to their own book so that they could see the end?
I suppose in theory I could. You may not like what you read.
Yeah, I don't think that would. You know, all the stories I've ever heard, that just leads to trouble.
It's also not written in stone.
Yeah. But like the moment that you see it, that it's written, then it's wrote.
Mm-hmm.
But then, was it written for you or was it written by you?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think it's
You
why
have this-
mortals.
You have this strange illusion of free will. But what you call free will is simply turning the steering wheel onto a different path. If I were to present you with, let's say, Akron being run over with a bus, then you would avoid buses. The page would simply change to say that you were drowned at sea.
Well, that
And
is
if you were
why.
unable to do anything, the page would remain blank until it had happened, and then it would be printed, and it would eliminate the point of knowing your own future. It's
That's
not.
why no one ever plans for it.
I'm just remembering I ate a bee the other day.
You did.
What?
But that is exactly why, good shopkeeper, people don't read the last book of their page. Better not to know.
Strange.
What about the last pages of someone else's book?
It would apply as well.
Mm.
I mean, it's the whole
Don't
thing.
know
If
who
you're
they
looking at
are.
it, you're gonna be affecting it, right? Taking that knowledge, moving it forward.
You have this influence. Everything happens from you. The decisions you make, the consequences of those decisions are then spawned infinitesimally onwards and onwards and onwards and onwards and onwards. Forever thriving, forever happening, forever stopping.
There are those of us who have access to that, let's call it a web. And it's why they have such difficulty operating in the world.
Some sort of World Wide Web.
Exactly. That's why mortals
So what you're
have
saying
always...
is you want to buy a spider.
I am not interested in buying a spider, but I am interested in guaranteeing that the hangers-on cannot follow when we do leave.
Would you like to rent a scorpion?
Will that get rid of my hangers-on?
No.
Then no.
You don't want to rent. You don't want to rent a scorpion just for a little while, just for the pleasure of having rented a scorpion.
Scorpions do not thrive in gardens.
I mean, depends on the garden.
I suppose.
They gotta live somewhere.
I thought they liked bugs.
They do. They like just about anything that can kill.
Do you got the scorpion with you?
You just want to see a scorpion, don't you?
You're right. I do just want to see a scorpion. That
I
is
am-
entirely the whole of my motive right now. I just want to see a scorpion.
I am interested.
Oh.
I am interested in a container of sorts that can hold this being.
You want a container that can hold one of...
As
You
far
wanna
as
put
I
our buddy in a
understand it,
box.
there are things that keep them landed, we'll say. Now, they cannot leave a particular place. And that is what I am interested in.
The cost would be very, very dear.
What is the cost?
Everything.
I have everything to give.
Is it enough?
Well, that would be for you to tell me, wouldn't it?
No, that would be for you to tell the universe. Do you believe your entire balance across every existence is equal or greater than one of them?
Woo.
Would you bet your life on it? Would you bet every single life on it? This is something you need to be aware of. If it is not successful, you won't and never will have existed. You'll simply become part of it. But if you are stronger than it, you would become it.
Acheron
So wait.
contemplates these words. And I just want to let this is not said out loud, but I do want to let like the ST know. In Acheron's mind, if it guarantees the others a way out that doesn't then have to have them dealing with this being and having to be under the thumb of this being wherever they go, it just might be worth it. And perhaps arrogantly,
I'm going to tell you because it seems unfair not to. The answer to your question about hangers on, the answer was no.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Just if that influences your decision in any way.
Hmm. Now, here's the thing. The question, really, what the heart of it is that Acheron, and perhaps it is arrogant of Acheron, but they do believe they are stronger purely off of like the fire of their own will and being Bahari, the teachings that they've gained through that of like nothing is stronger than me, than that power that I innately have within me. Um and so while it may seem like sacrifice to others, Acheron views it as like if I become it, then I have that power now. Do you know what I mean? Like I've collected that power now. So
Okay.
yes.
I was thinking of it on I'm not sure what the word would be, but on the flesh crafting side of things, it's the ultimate change of form.
That too.
And
I mean,
then the creative side of things, of literal creation from nothing, and that's where I thought the appeal was coming from. But
well,
yeah, okay, that also makes sense, of
yeah,
course.
that's certainly part of it, right? Because the Samiti are always seeking to change, always seeking that ultimate form. It might be
And
even like
the
a bit of
Lord
the
of the
tragedy.
Tower, the
Right.
Lord sat in the high castle. How
Yes.
how much higher does it get than being a fucking demon? Yeah.
Yes. And so Acheron is viewing it from this perspective of like that is it. That is the full evolution. That is the ultimate change. That is power incarnate, right?
Mm.
In their mind, only gods would be more powerful than it, right? Like, so that's the appeal. And also the idea that then their friends can go on to wherever they want to be and not have this particular thing chasing after them. And if anything, I think like if a sort of telepathic thing could happen with the shopkeeper and Acheron, there is this like flood of imagery of those things, like of the stuff we've just discussed, of like ultimate consumption, evolution, and power. So that at the end, they are the ruler of the land. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And so when they do speak, they say, I am willing to pay the cost.
You realize it's a gamble.
Makes it life a bit more fun when there's risk.
Perhaps it depends on whether or not you value existence and your memory. I see into you. I know what you think you can do. Perhaps you might. But is it worth the risk? You also need to ask the question, is what you fear going to be what happens? You could provide everything, you could give up everything, you could lose everything, and it might have been for naught. Deliciously ironic. Oh, I'd give you an extra frozen yogurt for that.
I think I am comfortable with however my book ends. The risk is worth it.
If I were to tell you your ending is currently a blank page, what would you do?
Write it.
As what?
The Lord sitting in their tower.
You know what? That could be quite fun, couldn't it?
And what is life
Hmm.
without a little bit of fun?
Are you sure you are willing to accept the consequences should you fail? Think carefully.
I think that whatever consequence comes if I fail, I'll have known I'd written it before I made the choice. And that's good enough. Better I write it than anyone else, don't you think?
That could be most amusing. I can help give you an opportunity to confront it. How you fight it, I cannot help you. I don't think anyone else could. No, they could. They just wouldn't. They don't exist anymore. You wouldn't be willing to do that. You'd be on your own. They won't help you. No offense.
I came into this world alone. I am comfortable leaving it the same way.
Fucking, I'm not.
Yeah, can I just raise my hand here for a moment? Akron, what are you doing?
We hold for a minute. Can we, as friends, discuss this?
Like, literally, what are you doing?
I am simply buying something that I need.
No, but like, literally, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
What are you? Hold on, wait a minute.
Because
I'm
like,
not-
it sounds to me like if you win, you're part of
It sounds
it.
like if you win, you lose.
You're part of it.
I am a creature of change and of evolution. I can only be myself, and I see an opportunity to evolve. One that benefits you all.
Does it?
It does.
Does it?
It mostly benefits Acheron, who is
Mostly.
doing basically what I wanted to do, but was scolded for, but with extra steps.
Yeah, no, that's...
We're
that's
still
cool.
scolding.
Yeah, you convince yourself however you'd like to convince yourself, Acheron, but I'm not going to pretend like you're saving anyone, and you're not simply gaining.
This is some bullshit.
Yeah, it looks to me like you're jumping into a blender.
I am a blender.
No, you're jumping into a blender.
Look.
It's gonna break the blender.
You might be a blender, but you are jumping into a bigger blender.
That's
fucking milkshake.
Slip, I did not fault you for wanting to go. I think that is going to be the result no matter what. The exit simply will change. My only thing before was that we see this through, this thing we started, and then you leave however you want.
Look, you can buy from the shopkeeper all you want. I'm not going to stop you. But do not sit there and tell me this is for anyone but you. Do not do that.
Yeah, one minute you're saying you're gonna start a little farm to table business with Barry. Next minute you're out here saying, "Oh, I'm gonna jump on a blender because it's the ultimate evolution." Like, okay.
Yeah, just admit it's for you, and I'll back you. Just do it. Just say it. I want to hear it.
I think that because the shopkeeper can see into me, right? Only the shopkeeper knows that there's like a hint of sadness in Acheron, because it isn't just for her. It is for them. But she looks at Slip and with the most like stone cold face is like, "You're right. It is for me."
Cause like it's not gonna help.
Help who? It wouldn't help you?
Wouldn't help anyone.
Are you
Might not
sure?
even help you.
Are you sure?
I ain't read the end of this book.
What
It's just
would you
kind of
have me
cheeky that up until this point you were like, no, we're all in this together. Until you got a sniff of something more. Now you're like, see ya, guys. By the way, I'm a martyr. Bye. I don't buy that shit.
Yeah.
Let's not fucking pretend. You flipped so fucking fast on the farm table. Look at Barry. He's devastated.
Yeah. You're gonna
Barely
leave him
even
and for
barely
what?
out of torpor right now. Crazy. Look what you've done.
I'm sorry, guys. I've been up since like 6. I'm hitting the wall.
Don't you
Okay.
dare apologize.
I feel bad.
Don't you dare apologize.
Don't apologize.
I want to take this opportunity while we're all just broken to just. I will. Is it all right if we end a bit earlier so we can get Noscavian to Betty buys? Is that okay with everyone in chat?
To be honest, we might have to because this conversation's gonna go on all fucking night if we let this.
Yeah.
Because I haven't even asked for my item yet. I have something I want to buy.
How about this? A fun little compromise. Okay? Because you're right. I did promise to remain. Perhaps you can instead offer me a way to bind this creature to the land itself. I do know that is something that these kinds of beings have. What do they call it? A reliquary, I believe, is what it's called. Something that ties it to a place. I imagine of all the items that you have at least one hidden about somewhere.
You want a prison for one of them?
Yes.
You know the ones that have escaped now are the weak ones. And they're the only thing that has ever contained them. And they've already escaped from it. And that was created by someone more powerful than me. But there is a way.
It would at least buy time, I imagine.
This is really stupid. But remember that lamp?
Oh, that's delicious irony.
That would be possibly one of the most ironic things I could have imagined. Trapped the little fucker in
I'm
the
just
lamp.
saying. I'm just saying. It's got a smiley face on it and everything.
I do like that.
I would love that. Actually, that sounds amazing.
I do like that. Trapping him within the bounds of some shit that he cannot fucking stand. I do
A
like
little
that.
smiley face and everything.
Does the lamp have a hollow stem?
Probably. It's probably cheap as shit.
Can.
Yeah.
It
can hollow it
be.
I
out.
might be able to make it work.
Well, there it
Yo.
is then. A compromise. I did
I
make
think
a promise.
I want this more than anything now. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
So there it
It
is.
wouldn't
shopkeeper.
be exactly containment. I must be honest with you. We can only form a
course.
contract if I am honest and upfront.
Of course, of course.
It wouldn't be true containment. It could still escape. But I could prevent it for a millennia or 4. A nice little complicated maze. I believe one of you has experience constructing such things.
I don't really think you need my help for that.
But I do.
I think he
I
wants to hang
can't
out with his
create-
friends.
A labyrinth. I can create a real one, but I lack the creative spark of a
Nice.
genius such as you.
It could be fun.
Yeah, if you're saying you can't make a maze, but you can trap a neighbor downstairs in a lamp, that seems a little weird, but I'll bite. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'd have to hollow out the lamp and I'd have to put the maze inside of the lamp. Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
the maze has to go somewhere.
Yeah,
Put
I
it
like
inside the lamp. Apparently, you want him inside the lamp.
But
Yeah, I
you're
can make
Like the delicious
Yes.
irony, no?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes.
that irony is great. It's peak irony, vintage irony.
also, Slip, you are very talented in making your labyrinth wasn't a simple thing. No one could make it through it. So you add your creativity to their metaphysical ability. And that's an excellent prison.
Just think how it'd look on your resume.
How do you put that on a resume?
A maze maker.
Yeah.
It's a collaboration. It works well with others.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, I
be
don't
like a maze maker and sign it, and your name will go down in history right alongside Daedalus.
Oh, I hope this doesn't end up like
Um,
Daedalus.
You see, you have experience creating a labyrinth. That's why you remind me of the babe.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Which babe?
The babe with the power.
What power?
Power of voodoo.
Voodoo?
You do.
Oh, the power of the babe.
Face
the player
that
is
voodoo magic.
viscerally exploding from his skin.
Well, you're talking my language now. Sign me up twice.
Wonderful. I'll tell you what. I will never wear that outfit for you. Why don't you stay here? We can play video games, design labyrinths. I'll bring in some sort of activity that is suitable for all of you. We can reunite with your friends if I am able to find them. And then you may proceed onward safely to wherever it is you may wish to go.
Yo, we're gonna have a party. We're having a little
I will
party.
instruct
Shopkeeper, we're
you
having a
on-
little party.
I will instruct you as well on how you will have to challenge your friend. But be aware as well, and he'll be looking straight at you, Slip, that this labyrinth will be designed either for something vengeful, should you live long enough. In theory, you could. It may come after you. Or you could be making a huge labyrinth that your friend will never find their way out of ever and are banished for in all existence across every single plane. No pressure.
Worth the risk, in my opinion.
He didn't
They're
want me
up
to go
for it.
stare at them chandeliers.
At this point, it's I don't know. Doesn't
Yeah,
sound like
if
the
that's what
worst
the group
idea.
wants me to do, I'll do it. But
I
only
mean,
if
it
everyone-
stops
This is what they
Acheron from
call
trying to
peer
turn into a
pressure,
fucking
Slip.
demon.
only if everyone agrees unanimously. That's what we're doing.
I agree. I
Well,
won't
Slip-
become a demon so that you can create this. That it's a
There.
perfect deal.
Oh, you're sacrificing so much. The Dark Mother would be proud of you.
In the-
I think she would, in fact, be very proud of me.
I'm just
She
you know,
like
I'm
irony.
that little bit petty. I'm sick of the guy yelling at me, so I wouldn't mind sticking him in a maze for, even if it's not permanent.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm feeling petty, Slip.
Slip, just in this maze you design, put a nice green space with a garden and some livestock, a farm, and like a farmhouse or a restaurant. That way, if I get trapped, I can still retire.
We wouldn't be in the maze.
We're not going in there, Barry.
It wouldn't be for us. We
I
wouldn't be
thought
there.
the shopkeeper said if we mess up, we get trapped.
No, that's just Acheron.
Oh,
Oh, just
only
Acheron.
Slip's friend.
Oh,
You're
Wait.
fine, Barry. Don't worry.
Barry turns to Slip. I'm not your friend.
I
think he finally got it, Slip.
Holy shit, we got there.
It took him a year, but he worked it out.
No,
Barry.
you're not the friend of choice for this. You see, everyone's
Oh.
got a skill, and you. Look, if I want to go shopping, You're the
I see.
friend.
I'm a friend. I'm just not the friend at risk. I got okay.
Yeah, you're not the friend at risk, yes. Like you
Okay.
said earlier, a simple man for a simple problem. But this is going to be an extremely dynamic problem. And it's not for you.
Oh yeah, Akron's our most dynamic friend.
There's certainly a lot of layers. Like a labyrinth.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That said,
If
we could make the labyrinth themed like a home goods store, that would, it would give me a particular amount of joy.
Ooh.
Just trap him in IKEA.
The infinite IKEA?
Yeah. Can we send him to Forever IKEA?
No, because it's copyright.
However,
okay, fuck it.
We can.
iCore.
We can.
I don't give a shit if it's copyright. What's he gonna do? Sue me? He's on a lamp.
Yukia.
Ooh, what
Yukia.
if? What if? Right? It's multi-layered. Trap him in the lamp, but the lamp is in the labyrinth.
A lamp.
Wait.
A lamp.
I hate people. just leave the labyrinth design to the creature that is actually older than existence itself and his little monkey helper.
Whatever you wish.
I'm not that old, and you're not a monkey. Come on now.
I'm just asking, as I said, I'm feeling a little bit petty.
Oh,
and if
well,
it could
you
be
see,
home goods store themed, that would be particularly delicious.
what the hell do they mean, home goods store theme? What does that even mean?
Basically, it's a home furniture store. That's all.
Shall I just nod and smile? I mean, we're talking about putting a fucking one of them, banishing them into a labyrinth for eternity, and they're worried about the interior design?
Yes, because we want him to
That's
suffer.
that's so far low on the list. I'm more worried about.
Look, I like chandeliers, okay?
Hey,
Oh,
like you
shit, can hear.
Like you said, you lack the creative spark. Don't worry, I'll balance efficacy with fashion or whatever.
Just leave the extremely complicated, overly powerful ritual that, if it could go wrong, could actually destroy multiple universes, people, and billions of souls, and send them torturing through in the chasm of infinity and entropy of the death the universe forever if I fuck it up. Also, we need a rock watch. I'm losing this voice.
Look, I'm definitely putting in one key kiosk. It's not negotiable.
Acheron's stomach splits open and they pull out a watch that they stole from someone.
Well,
and
you keep things in there.
Oh, all the time. It's a great bag.
Is it a digital or a wind up?
It is a pocket watch.
Oh, let's see.
And it's very pretty.
Okay, yeah, I can work that.
Yeah. It's a pocket watch.
Pocket, yeah.
Those kinds of pocket watches that have like the regular clock but also have like moon phases.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah. They stole it from someone, but
hey, this will work for exactly 1 millennia.
Perfect.
Perhaps more if you wind it up.
Yes. Wind.
So immediately, like, please.
Just winds it. Winds it all the way up. So it
all you have to hope now is that the one you're trying to contain does not control time.
Those motherfuckers can.
I think that if they could, they would have already used it.
I mean,
then the question you must ask yourself is, would you have noticed?
Yeah, okay. Remember that day I woke up and was like, I did get sent back a couple of months and I burned down that place. Remember? That did happen?
That did happen. But I do wonder if that's less time and more illusion.
I
Regardless.
mean, the place did burn down
Mm-hmm.
back then, but I didn't
Right.
burn it down until way later.
Right. Illusion.
I feel like we could still make an argument that it wasn't actual time travel.
I mean, I did see myself walking out of that building.
Well,
Are you
here's the
sure you
thing.
want to sacrifice your life based on this logic?
This logic seems fine.
We'll just tell ourselves it wasn't time travel, therefore it wasn't time travel. You're our friend here. Please sacrifice your life for us, potentially.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm pretty sure, like, time. I definitely was there twice. There were two of me. There was the me, and then there was the me back then, and the me back then didn't know what was going on because it was back then, but the me who was there the second time, like, I saw the me who was there the first time. It happened.
Mm.
You also
That sounds
heresy.
perfectly logical to me.
Right. Well, you are the you will be facilitating this creation, so I think you would know the best locks to put on this particular prison to at least bamboozle it for millennia.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Do you have a smaller watch?
Yes. Opens up and pulls out like one of those old like 1980s fucking digital watches. I forgot like the proper
I'm
know
just
brand
picturing
name.
Acheron like just opening
Casio.
up the flesh, like the shady guy just like opening the trench coat full of watches, just like, hey, you want to buy a watch?
Yeah, I'm
Ah,
You
looking
want to
at
buy
the
a
Casio.
shopkeeper.
sundial?
I'm looking at the shopkeeper with the, like the stomach open, and there's all kinds of, there's like a virtual shop in there, and they just fiddle around and then pull out this old Casio watch.
You
and
know,
hands it to
Acheron,
you.
it's a wonder you don't clink when you walk.
Oh, that's what all the fucking meat's for. Keeps it insulated, and it fucking closes back up.
I just want you to know that 99% of the internet, the moment you said, and actually, so 99% of the internet is like marriage material.
I knew that from day one.
True. But yeah, hands the old Casio to him. There you are.
Perfect. It's much, much smaller. Now, you see, the advantage of this is because it's smaller. Time is smaller.
Okay.
It goes slower.
Delightful.
Perfect. Therefore, it doesn't matter.
Delicious.
Okay.
Now,
There we are. We are all in agreement. Now, what's the cost?
you will have
for
to,
this?
of course, negotiate with whatever you wish to persuade to enter your labyrinth or challenge.
Oh, that's a
The
plan.
nature of the challenge is entirely up to you, but a challenge does not have to be accepted. But they can be convinced,
What is
or
it?
they
you
can be
think?
hurt.
Oh, so then we're making two teams tonight. Team figure out how to get the fucker in the lamp, and team make the lamp.
Yes.
It's get the lamp and then fill the lamp with stuff, and then yeah.
So
Also, I'd like to say, by the way, we can totally play. Oh fuck! What was it? What did we call it? Was it Super Barry Kart?
Yes.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, no, we're
Mario
we're
Kart.
still having a party. We're still having that party. Only reason we're not eating
I have
pizza is
6
because we
controllers.
perfect.
Oh, so okay.
We're gonna have a good time.
Is Froyo allowed?
Of course.
Oh wait, I can't eat it, can I?
Certainly a final meal. Oh yes, you can't.
Well, we could certainly enjoy it regardless. Even if
Yes,
it's
you
just this
deserve at least
presentation.
one night of just being able to relax and talking about killing a demon or enticing a demon before you die,
So,
or worse.
so you have knowledge of such things. What do you think a sort of Time Lord demon would crave more than anything that we can say is at the center of this labyrinth?
It would crave the most Oh, come on, brain. Come on, perspicacity. It would crave the embodiment of itself.
All right.
So, hey, buddy, you want to go in the lamp? Guess what? You're in the lamp. That, yeah.
No, it's more like presenting it with a mirror. Oops, sorry, ghosts.
Ghost children.
I keep telling that school next door, oh, let them in at lunchtime, but they keep doing it. And it's like, no, only accompanied by parents, but they keep letting them in. And then the sweets go, and we just can't have nice things anymore because of these bloody school children that keep wandering in. I don't know how much longer I can keep tap dancing like this. I thought I had a lot of material to work with on that. I did not.
I'm shocked your voice is holding out.
They're my sex tape.
God damn it. Swear to God. I'm going to make an emote of just videotapes.
Right.
Just give it to chat.
It's
Oh,
like
reel to reel.
presenting it with a mirror. It wants to be itself again. Demons were at one point angels. They lost that war.
We
It's
think it
craving
wants to-
itself.
Wants to be a fucking angel again. Is there any way to
No.
put...
Very few wish to be angels again. Most of them wish to be free again.
Hmm.
Some of them wish to let Lucifer run again. Some of them just want to exist.
Mood.
But it's more of an attraction, an affinity. They are a concept. Everything has an origin. There is a creator for it, a concept of time, a concept of vengeance, a concept of hunger. All of it exists. Whatever this one is, it is a concept. You have to find something that embodies whatever is the concept of that, so much so created by one of those out there that it will find it enticing. But there are easier ways if you wish to entice it in there. Challenge it to a contest of your choosing.
Hey, bet you can't fit in this lamp.
Make a deal with it. But be careful. Do not try to trick it. You can't win that game. They invented that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let your hubris think you can outwit a demon.
All right. A good
But they are not
challenge.
infallible.
Mm-hmm. While we play games and create this labyrinth of sorts, perhaps we can spend that time also coming up with the correct challenge.
This is going to be the weirdest sleepover ever.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we're going to have a great time.
Yeah, whatever you guys come up with, I'll try to make the motif fit the prize.
Perfect. So, who wants to play Mario Kart?
Hey!
All right. Only as long as I
I
get to
call
be Princess
Toshi.
Plum. Princess Plum.
Fine. I'll take the giant turtle dinosaur. Let's go.
Oh, I like him.
Come on, Toshi! And if anyone gets that reference, you're in the know.
Yeah,
End it.
I think
We all
we
all head off to our weird sleepover, and Noskavian is dabbing.
We're going to have a good time.
Oh, now he's awake.
I'm sorry. I started thinking.
I'm pulling your leg.
Faded.
No,
I was
no,
listening to all the
It's
soothing
okay. Don't you
voices,
sorry.
and then,
We had a good night. We're gonna have a
it's all
fucking
right.
sleepover.
I get to the point now where I'm overtired and I'll be awake until about 6 o'clock in the morning now, and then wake up at 11 o'clock and think, God, I want to kill myself more than normal.
Lord.
And then I have a podcast to do that night, so I'll be overtired again. So it'll be 6 o'clock in the morning that I go to sleep that night, and I'll be like, I'm getting too old for this shit. I'll
You
just
know what?
fucking die. Just want
And
to
this
die.
is why I have an emote that's the be kind to yourself fish.
Where's the fucking good vibes fish? Where we need a thing. I'm gonna download onto Shiv's. Wait, I'm streaming this. I'm gonna download that fucking throwing objects thing. I'm gonna download it in here. I'm gonna put it in here, and I'm gonna set it up on you, where every time the audience does something, they get to throw shit at you. And it's all gonna be good vibes fish. It's gonna be the
Yeah,
entirety of the good vibes fish.
We are all going
And-
to yeet the fish into your face because we care.
And then maybe the videotape.
I've got 35k worth of points. I'll throw some good vibes fish at Shimmer. Yeah.
Bro, it'll take me 5 seconds to put that thing in.
This week we will go in order of most likely to be able to create worse things than BDSM nurses, starting with Noske. Barry, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out. God, I'm out of practice.
I am Noskavian. I play Vampire the Masquerade on Fridays. Shadowrun on Mondays, and maybe some other stuff coming up soon. I have friends who write books, such as our very own Daybreakathon, which I have one of their books, so I'm not sure where I put the other book. Ward Breaker and Wind Swept. Check them out. And I also have another friend who writes Bloodlust. And a friend who writes Obelisk the Long Dream. So check out those books. Oh,
I forgot to do the thing. I am
Yeah,
so
it's
out of
real
practice.
Yeah, I was actually
Lovely.
leaning in to go do it myself.
Acheron, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I do things. I do this thing. I play TTRPGs here on Table of Horrors. On Fridays, I am Acheron. On Mondays, I am Morningstar. And every other Thursday, when we start up again, I will be Nexus in our Al-Sabat game. And then other future things that will be appearing on this channel, I am likely to also be a part of. I'm also a part of Lanyap Gaming, where you can go on YouTube and see all of our like VODs and stuff like that. We are going to get into the mix again very, very soon, and hopefully put some stuff out for you guys that you will enjoy. And I also do spicy stuff if you're into that sort of thing. All that is in my links. Check it out. I'm all over the internet as the Risa Rave. Give me a follow to see me shitpost most of the time. Other than that, please be respectful or else.
Ebony, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Woo! Hello, I am Softonomicon, also known as Softy, Mr. Nomicon, and Allfather Softy, whichever fits your favor. Here on Fridays, I play Ebony, obviously, the Goth Venture Princess who needs help. Please, someone help her. I can't do it. I can't fix this. I made a mistake. On Mondays, we are starting up again. I don't want to say it's this it's not coming Monday. It might be the Monday after, as I have some more planning to do. But we are getting back into my game that I Run the Flood, which is a Shadowrun 5e game. And then on Thursdays, again, not going to say it's the next Thursday. Might be the Thursday after that. I run Blood Price, which is an Al-Sabat game. And there's also a game that will be every other week with it is Return to Silence. When that finally gets back up, I'm getting everything up and running again. So look forward to those coming back and existing again. I have my own channel where I stream. I do video games, artwork, and my brain stopped working. I am an artist. I do commissions. I have a Patreon. I'm making a coloring book. The next page of it is going to come out very soon, as I am almost done with the line work of it. But it's called The Periodic Table of Monsters. It's very fun. Every element's a monster. Or god, depending on how you want to view them. Mm-hmm. I'm Shiv's hedgehog husband. That's all I got.
Did you mention you stream?
Yes.
Okay. Slip, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
You see, I'm Slip. Of my own channel, Slippery Nos. Not Slippery Nose. I do not need a tissue. Stop asking. I realize the way it looks, it all wouldn't fit. I'm sorry. I stream my own stuff. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII Remake recently, the integrated version. And I'm here for games. VTM on Friday and Shadowrun on Monday when that happens.
I'm working on it, I promise.
Hatfield, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Daybreakathon. Things are done by me on occasion. This happens. It's true. I have written a couple of fantasy novels that Noskavian is kindly holding up for y'all to see. I worked very hard on them. Would be very happy if you check them out. Third one is in the works and is coming out soon. I also did the character art for the characters who have art. My commissions are open if you'd like me to do some art for you as well. And when I'm not doing that or the other thing, you can often find me here. On Fridays, I am Hatfield, and on Mondays, I play Mojave in the Shadowrun game, and I might be in some other things as they occur. Things, future, books, art. Oh, right! I also stream over on my own channel. I don't know what I'm doing until I'm doing it, but it's always a very good time. I think that's everything, except to say, as always, my dog says hi.
Hi, Puppers.
Puppy!
Check out. Oh fuck! There we go. That's something I fucking all over the place.
Put
Check
our
out links
links in
down
there.
below in the sides for links to podcast episodes, Twitter, YouTube, Discord, which you can pop in, chat, and see what's going on. I found out that apparently Oxford is rife with prostitution, but I don't think it's true. I think you've got to look quite hard first.
Ah! I have full power. I could end it right now. I could just close the
Well,
stream.
no, you can't,
now.
because legally, morally, objectively, we can't go raiding on Roll Call Studios who are playing Dungeons and Dragons until Slip says the line.
Bye, guys.
I
Amazing.
do I stop it now?